times. I have no lands in my. I only have islands in my deck. I haven't. I don't feel like I've been choked on black. I have only 1 mana. I have only black spells that cost 1 mana in my deck besides Lurrus, and Lurrus is usually a late enough game card that's pretty easy to get double black. Sometimes it's hard to cast 2 black spells on the same turn, but I don't think that that's that big a deal. Especially, like, it's just like the basic swamp in your Archmage's Charm Counterspell deck has a lot of liabilities. Even if you play Sunken Ruins, which you can do, you just don't always draw it, right? Where is Phoenix? I just pulled up the list. You're gonna have to scroll back in the VOD if you want it. Monkey. Boros Monkey. I think is the best Prowess or Blitz build. I mean, I have Croaks on top, so I remind you. I know that we've just been talking about it, but I just did a long conversation on all of it, so you'll just have to like rewind like 5 minutes in the VOD, and I spoke at length about it just now. Discard the Thought Scour. Croaks is like maybe the best card in the format against this deck. Maybe I should be playing a second Cling to Dust against it. I mean, Thing in the Ice can sometimes be good too. Just a hard card to beat in general. And probably go Teamer for Delve Monkey or Become a Mince. You would not ever play the Delve Monkey you would never splash for it in a deck that can just already play Murktide Regen. That doesn't make any sense. What? Guess they're splashing for iteration. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, but like you could maybe play a Become Immense, I guess. But you probably would need more reasons to be Teamer than just that. Watching a VOD, it's also about Nether Spirit, Black White Reanimator. Have I tested that? Not really. I think it just like in like the Black White Reanimator shell, I feel like it was just good to play one. Maybe you should play one in the Esper variants too. I'm not sure, but I didn't like I didn't like really test it now. Kind of like more theory crafting, I guess. Yeah, I know that Croaks is not an auto loss. It's just like I mean, there are always gonna be good cards against every deck in the format. It's just one of the hardest cards to beat. I think that they're like base Mardu splashing blue for expressive iteration is my guess. I've never let an expressive iteration resolve in my entire life. Not gonna start today. So they're probably gonna Lurrus here. I can't push. Why do you think Dress Down is so good in the current meta? Well, I've been talking about this at length, but it's very, very good against elementals. Urza Saga. It also just like hoses Titan too. It's recurable with Lurrus. Like the floor on this card is like very, very low. It's like, or very, very, yeah, it's just, or very high, I guess. It just maybe just 2 mana to cycle. Usually you'll get some value. I was not expecting to see this block. Well, I guess my opponent has Unearth in their main deck. They could have Cycle Dress Down push. I mean, I was gonna think end of turn Dress Down and then push on their end of turn was what I was thinking. Here, I think I'll go Dress Down, stop the ETB, get to like mostly like hopefully you could draw a land off of the cantrip or draw step, and then you can push the Croxa. Yeah, we might just have to counter Croxa a million times. Yeah, they exiled their Lurrus. Okay, I don't know. That was really weird. Hey, Sergeant Snuggles, how you doing? Do I snap Counterspell here? Good birthday yesterday. I'm glad your birthday is good. Happy belated. I'm getting old too. No, I'm not playing Force of Negation. Obviously, it's like not the most unreasonable card you could play, but Force of Negation has not been like a super well positioned card, in my opinion, lately. I'm not that interested in playing it. Spike, what do you think about people grabbing your cards of paper without asking? Well, I mean, context is you know, I mean, that can mean a lot of different things. You know, if my opponent is going to just like pick up a card and read it, I don't care at all. If my opponent, you know, if I'm just sitting at a table and somebody comes and like picks up my deck box and looks through it, and when I used to play Paper Magic, there was one guy who used to do that to me. It always annoyed me. Maybe I should have countered that. Yeah, I probably should have countered. Oh no, now my opponent gets to, sorry, they actually have, they can get 5 cards in the yard here. I thought they're gonna be one short. Now they can escape their dumb Croxa. I think Vexing Shusher can be a good answer to Force of Negation for a combo deck in the format. No, just play Veil of Summer, dude. What tier to place the card? Trading Post. The tier below, unplayable. The Veil can be countered as well. Yeah. What are you talking about? Vexing Shusher dies to removal spells. You know, everything's got an answer. Vexing Shusher is also like very, very slow and just in general kind of a poor card. Discard the Counterspell to the Croxa, I guess, and then Black Source would let us go Lurrus, Snap Push. And maybe go Lurrus, Dress Down, stop the Croxa attack trigger. Prismatic Ending for my opponent. I have 1 card, I guess I have to hope it's not that relevant, and I draw a Black Source. On to 11 life. I think I messed this game up. I killed the Darcy. I should just hold up the... Like, they have another spell? Come on. I mean, removal spell does put me back in the game. Tough game. I definitely messed up, though. Hard to be too salty when you mess up like that. I'm gonna cut the Thought Scours in this matchup. I don't mind Flusterstorm, like 2. They're an iteration deck. Can stop Kaya's Guile, discard spells. Maybe play the Damnation. I'll play like 1 Godshot. I'm sure they're a Ragavan deck. Yeah, I definitely messed that game up. Oklahoma redeemed a confidence boost. Is that for me or for you? I'd rather play perfectly or still lose to a small mistake. I'd rather play perfectly always. That's all. That just always needs to be your goal at tournaments, is play as well as you possibly can. Play as well as you can, and then, you know, lose the games you lose, win the games you win. But as long as you're playing as well as you can, you'll eventually start winning. Thanks, Examiner. Can we keep the trophy graphic even after the challenge? Maybe, yeah. We'll think about it. If you want the deck list, you could type !! Twitter. I tweeted it out. I know that the stream decker's down. I can Flusterstorm. Are you expecting your opponent to ask before they cut your deck? Yeah, exactly. Or I'm assuming no is the answer, of course, not. I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe a lot of new players tend to like have an aversion to people touching their cards because, you know, I don't know. I feel like that kind of sentiment is like pretty common for new players. Like they don't want anybody to touch their cards, but I don't care if my opponent touches my cards. And like I also like, you know, I don't know. It depends. Like obviously, like people can handle them too rough, but you're like you are like I'll pick up my opponent's deck and you know shuffle it before a game without asking, so I'm just allowed to, you know. Hold on. So like my opponent's got a permanent in play. This costs 1 mana. I feel like there's something I can do here. I can draw 2 to try to find a removal spell. Didn't commit to the bit. Optimus 1 year, thanks dude. It's a happy anniversary. I need a steal emote. Yeah. I think I'll commission a steal emote. Maybe it could be like Dak Faden, the greatest thief in the multiverse. Yeah. Bridge shuffling your opponent's deck is like, that's definitely cringe, man. But riffle shuffling it, like you know, you just should do that at tournaments. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, we have Cling to Dust, so if we draw a land, we can Cling their Kroxa. I think I'll just discard Thing in the Ice to Kroxa. If they play it again next turn, then we get Delirium. I think of Green White Heliod. I feel like people need to be I think you can tune the list to have it be reasonable. Asking him for touching a person's card is the right thing to do. I mean, I agree with the exception if when your opponent presents their deck to be cut. Like then like you just like don't need to ask to shuffle their deck. That is like that's the one exception I'd say. There's really like you definitely should and have the every right to shuffle your opponent's deck. It took Lurrus over Into the Story. Wow. I don't think they realized this turned on Delirium. Discard Into the Story since I'm so far off. I'm not far off. I'm 1 mana away. No, I was far off. Okay, I guess I'll play the Thing in the Ice since if they escape Kroxa, then I'll be far off. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if they escape Kroxa, then it's like a different thing, right? I mean, I think I still discard the creature because I get Delirium and can like potentially race them, you know? I think shuffling opponent's deck at $10 FNM. I mean, I guess you're right, but it's like, it one like you're definitely in your rights to do so, but I whenever I'm talking about paper Magic, I'm always going to be talking about like competitive tournaments because that's what I like to focus on. I'm not talking about FNM. But you know, I really just don't think your opponent has any right to complain if you shuffle their deck when they present it to cut. Guess no, I want to bubble now to see if I want to like what I want to play here. There's Darkslick Shores, so I'll shuffle that. Obviously, like these like little conversations are, you know, they have some value. There's like a lot of nuance, and there is like a lot of, you know, interesting dynamics with these like etiquette questions, and you know, it takes a lot of time to learn, but they can also be, you know, a bit unproductive because just everybody's got their own opinions. Yeah, don't riffle shuffle like an opponent's deck for sure. Of course not. Okay, so we should be able to kill them with Hall of the Storm Giants next turn. Counter their Kroxa, kill them. My opponent also probably doesn't have a second. I mean, I think the Hall has Ward 3. So they need to play exactly Dragon Rage's Channeler off basic Mountain here in order to survive. Every time I answer some of these like dumb questions, it's just the chat always like super devolves. These are maybe the kind of questions I need to not answer. This chat just always devolves. Let's cut the damnation on the draw. People are so opinionated over the dumb stuff. Sometimes it's fun getting silly. Maybe it's fun for you. It's not fun for me when I've got like 100 people in chat yelling at me because I like suggest shuffling the deck. It's obviously not that extreme, but just so much happening at once. It's just like not a good vibe for me, you know? I mean, I really like to have gut shot on the draw in these kind of matchups, but I need to mulligan the one lander. I can keep this. Cling to Dust is a really important card to have. I guess we put back the second charm. Because I want to keep the dress down thing in the ice combo. There's Darcy. We can maybe flip thing in the ice on turn 3. Yeah, I remember the dumb ice cream thing. Is like that, and then there is one like other like magic like etiquette conversation people got like all worked up about. And that's just like how it is when you have like chats this big, unfortunately. I'm doing everything I can for people to start to unfollow me, and it's just not working. Just not working. No, I think all of these lands in this cycle are playable. This one like has one of the more obvious homes, I guess. They have Drown and the Loch on top. You need more moderators? So we know our opponent has Drown. We do get to not have them be able to kill the thing in the ice immediately. Board, thank you for your Twitch Prime subscription. Appreciate ya. We're definitely in a weird spot. They shuffle Drown. Oh, you're right. I mean, we can. I think it's still playing around. It's good. I'll make you a mod, Nebel. I think we could add you as mod. Candle, thank you for your subscription. Appreciate ya. Welcome to the team. If you got a founder bot badge, it's on his, and you're still here, it's like, it's easy mod, honestly. Founder badge is kind of just like the biggest flex. No, bad. It's fine. Yeah, no, it's fine. The mod team does not need to be more aggressive than they are. Honestly, maybe it could even be less aggressive. I mean, you guys are doing a great job. If I had any like issues with the way the mods were handling things, I would say something. But I think you guys do a great job. I don't have any complaints. I also don't think like we need to really change anything. Like the vibes here are really good. Occasionally I'll answer a question I probably should have just ignored, and then chat gets out of control for like 10 minutes, and it's not that big a deal. Map 17 months, appreciate ya. Been a good time. It's really just not that big a deal, and the vibes in the chat are almost always really good. Yeah, the mods don't usually need to really do that much, I think, here. Squee gifted a scub to Squirmet, awesome. Okay, we can clean to dust this. I'm gonna discard the shores. My opponent doesn't have another red source in hand or in play. So it's like my opponent's hand is like, so I kind of just I don't even really lose if they escape Croaks the next turn. I could just push it, discard one of my like extra lands here. And like I can respond to a fetch land too with Cling to Dust. And so now they can't escape Croaks this turn. I know that we could steal, but I think I'm going to draw 2 instead. Because we have the push here. I guess I'll push first in case they counter. I'd rather them counter the push than the charm. Maybe if they counter the push, I'll steal. Did I choose my outfit for the stream? I call my mom. She drives 2 hours over here and lays out my clothes for the day. She drives home. Yeah, I shouldn't have floated the mana like that though. But this ends up probably working out fine. Is that not how you guys do it? Is that not how you guys pick out your clothes? But let's see when I followed Spike when he first started, then left Magic. That's not a big deal. You're here now, dude. You got a great command too. That's definitely the dynamic of streaming. People, they filter in and out as their interest wax and wane. I don't take it personally. If you're here, I'm happy. If you're not here, it's fine. I get it. Maybe I could dress down in my instep here. No, Bauble's like way better to like try to look for a counter spell. But just down on my instep's just a little bit better against them escaping Kroxa, but I've got the push for the Kroxa. Another Bauble on top. I don't think that I want to like fetch and shock here to shuffle, so I'm just gonna go and draw that, I think. Yeah, if I shuffle, like I kind of want to fetch and shock. I don't really want to do that here. Maybe I should have. Maybe I should just fetched. Got an island. No. Oh no, my opponent exiled my Cling to Dust. I guess I waited too long on this. I don't know. I feel like it was fine the way we played. Damn it. Feels bad. Need to find Into the Story, I guess. Snapcaster on top. Okay, hold on. I think we're maybe doing okay. You can go discard push, snap push, untap, hit them for 9. And now if they escape Kroxa, they're like just chump blocking my hull. And a Snapcaster mystery card. Yeah, now they're not really in the spot where they can spend their turn just escaping Kroxa. Yeah, hull is so much damage. Probably not gonna crack my fetch. Going to 6 is kind of scary. They run bolts? Yeah. I don't know how many they left in post board though. Use a rental service or buy moto cards. It's mostly rental service, but I do buy some cards. Okay, so now their plan is to chump block the hull with Snapcaster Mage. We can't draw a counterspell for that and activate hull. Down to 4. I guess we can't draw. We can draw push. Yeah, that doesn't quite do the job. We just make them do it. I also blocked the Kroxa with the hull. That could be better. We left Inquisition on Kaya's Guile is kind of sus. Yeah, if we attack, I think you gotta make him do it, snap back to chump. Yeah. Maybe. I lose to discard spell or removal spell though that way. Whereas if I leave the hull back, I don't necessarily. But if I'm in a spot where I have to leave up hull mana the rest of the game, I'm probably not winning. They didn't flash and snap. They didn't flash and snap. Don't they keep their crooks no matter how I attack? If they flash in their Snapcaster, which they just didn't do. Can you flush with a snap? What? No, I can't. We do know that they have Snapcaster. Like, I wouldn't play around it this hard unless it was like 100%. I think that was probably a troll comment, right? That gotta be. They're a Scourge deck? They've been a Scourge deck this whole time? We're like 30 minutes into this match, and they're all of a sudden playing Scourge of the Skyclaves. They didn't put Lurrus in their hand either. Let's go! Alright, that kills the Scourge. They left in Scourge against the Dress Down deck. We can't... Okay. We gut shot the Snapcaster. We put ourselves dead to Bolt. Put ourselves dead to Bolt. We could Flusterstorm Bolt if they bolt us this turn. Just attack with Hull. I can't anymore. It costs 6 mana to activate. We also lose to Dash Ragavan. I think I'll wait. Because I can just kill it next turn, then I'm gonna attack with Hull. Think Force Spike would see play? Yeah, maybe. I honestly feel like Mana Tithe is an underplayed modern card. Like, that card should probably see more than 0 play. I feel like I'm reading this attack as my opponent having Kaya's Guile. Which I can't beat, maybe? Could be Bolts. Gut is the same as taking. Yeah, I mean, our other option is to block, right? And if we gut shot it, then we get to keep the Snapcaster in as a blocker. Yeah, so gut shotting plays around Kaya's Guile pretty well. We lose the Bolts. Whereas, like, so let's see, if they had Bolts in their hands, I feel like I'm not sure that they would make this attack. They also have Kolagun's Command. Yeah, I feel like they wouldn't make this attack with Bolt or Kolagun's Command. They might entwine anyways. That's true. Then we can Flusterstorm it. We can do this. K Command is gonna read. I don't think it's K Command. I think it's got to be Kaya's Guile. I think if it was K Command, they would just block and return their Snapcaster and Kolagun's Command again. It's got to be Kaya's Guile. Okay, I'm gonna Bauble myself. If I see like a counterspell on top, maybe I'll, you know, not attack with this, or not attack with the all. There's another Snapcaster. Is that really all it was? Why wouldn't they snap Inquisition? So I know my top card is Flusterstorm. I guess I keep it. Because this could be like discard spell into Kroxa. I mean, I'm not sure that my opponent forgot about Lurrus or if they just feel like they had better things to do with their mana this whole game. Very top deck. I don't think that they left in too many lightning bolts in their deck though. What a game. Worst possible for sure. I mean, bolts worst possible. We're not dead to any burn spell. We can Flusterstorm Kolagun's Command. We can also Flusterstorm Helix, so they don't play Helix in their Scourge deck, I guess. We also beat Kroxa. Escape here. This has been one of the best games of Magic I've ever played. Yeah, yeah, we also beat Bolt, yeah. So if they have Bolt, they'll cast it in my upkeep. I guess they could draw it off the Bauble. Let's see what so we'll just let this happen. Take our draw step. So now we can either choose to play around Snapcaster or play around Lightning Bolt. But I feel like if they drew Lightning Bolt, they would never, ever let me take a draw here, right? Unless they think that I'm going to attack them with the Hall and they want me to tap out. They have no blue? Oh. Okay, I guess that makes it easy. GG, dude. What a game. What a game. No way, they don't have Bolt 2. Oh, they're just paying. Okay. We have this covered. What a game. What a game. That's why we play Magic, man. Just great games like this. That's why we play the game, huh? That's replacement for 2 Chalice and 4 color. I don't know. Chalice is really important. You can play like a 4th Helix, I guess. More Prismari Command, maybe. Titan. Okay, we found out yesterday that Dress Down is really, really good against Titan. Don't have one in our hand, of course. Oh. Yawgmoth. Never mind. I guess Dress Down's probably good against Yawgmoth, too. And so is Thing in the Ice. Okay, yeah, this matchup's probably pretty good. Yeah, I mean, Just Down, yeah, is just good for sure. Like, it's really, truly not bad in very many spots. Oh, we could have stolen the plant token. Hunt. Does this deck feel a little threat light? No, I don't think so. We've got, oh geez, Lockhart, holy crap. We've got 3 Thing in the Ices, 3 Snapcasters, Lurrus, and 2 Hall of the Storm Giants. That's been plenty of win cons. Thanks for the 10 pack, dude. That's awesome. Anything you want to say? You got a new zombies list for me to look at? All right, Thing in the Ice, great draw. Just Down, great draw. Jeez. Oh, I have to do it right though. I almost did it again. I have some tech for you. Cool. I'm excited. Yeah, Dress Down's been so good. Alright, so Legacy Dress Down with Endurance, Dreadnought, or Wave Sifter. Very cool. Yeah, Dress Down Wave Sifter seems pretty good. You might want to be able to do the Modern. This list looks very strong. You might also want to play Torpor Orb, although I guess it's a bit awkward with Endurance. Yeah, I guess maybe just Stifle Dress Down is good. This deck looks really fun. Yeah, this deck looks really fun. Do I let the... I don't think I'm supposed to let them Yawgmoth with creatures in play here. I'm just gonna flip the Thing in the Ice. Then push the Yawgmoth into the story. No, wait to push the Yawgmoth till they cast a creature, of course. This looks really cool. I honestly don't think I'd even change anything. Oh, wait, okay. I guess it's kind of obvious what I have, but I think my opponent still has to minus, and I can respond to the Undying trigger with Into the Story. We're still pretty ahead here. Lose the thing in the ice. They're playing 2 Grist. We milled over 1 earlier. Okay, this isn't too bad. Get the... Almost definitely putting Lurrus in my hand this turn. That might change things. Because I can kill Grist. I'm gonna leave the push in my yard. Why did we shock there? To have a second black source in case we drew another fatal push. The River of Tears doesn't tap for black mana if you fetch on your opponent's turn. Noble Hierarch's kind of a pain. I will just make them chump block with it, I think. And then this turn we can go Lurrus Bauble with Counterspell up. Oh, Dryad Arbor. Okay, totally missed it. Alright, if they want to trade both of their permanents for my Lurrus, that's, I think, something I'm fine with. River of Tears have been pretty good this game. Yeah, I totally missed the Arbor. I'll just Evolution on top. Pretty soft to Counterspell. The 4th Counterspell. So next turn we can go Dress Down plus Thing in the Ice. They have Chord of Calling. I want to attack first so I can gain the life, otherwise I don't. Yeah, I think if I put in minuses the Grist to kill my Thing in the Ice, I'm not that bothered. What does this get? Messenger? Yeah, this matchup seems pretty favorable, huh? With these gut shots, pretty good against the Hierarchs. Not that good against anything else. Yeah, I don't think I bring in the gut shots. I guess he could kill Dryad Arbor too. I can go like Dress Down, Gut Shot, kill Stringer Root Geist. I guess I'm down for like 1 at least. Then maybe we can go like -2 Thought Scour, minus a Bauble. I do like Counterspell against Yawgmoth. Oh yeah, Gutshot does kill Plant Token. We're gonna play some other decks? Maybe. Maybe, you'll see how the day goes. I'm really having a lot of fun with this one though. Chalice is for the Cascade matchups. We just played on 0. I'm almost definitely gonna just, yeah. Oh, they have a Wall of Roots on top. So I guess let's see what I have on top. If I have exactly Fatal Push, I'm not gonna fetch Shock right now. Just another Tarn. But Wave, 8 months. Appreciate ya. Five exactly Fatal Push. Oh, my opponent doesn't have a second land. Oh no. We can play this. Okay, they found the second land. Now we can just push Wall of Roots and hold up Counterspell. Stringer Geist gets blocked by Thing. I'll Counterspell a Veil of Bummer, I guess. Spell's never playable. I don't think it's great at the moment. I kind of like Spell Pierce more than Snare at for a little while now. What a great draw. Yeah, this matchup is like one of the best ones, probably. Yeah, and we've been drawing really well. But I feel like this matchup as a whole is also like pretty favorable. Like Thing and the Ice Dress Down are both great against my opponent. But we've also, of course, been drawing really well too, which can't hurt. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh, I should use Drown, because then now I can't go Lurrus plus Drown up because I don't have enough black mana. Need more blue decks should play all the Storm Giants? Well, a lot of the blue decks are creature based, and like, I don't know. I don't think every blue deck wants to play it, but like in specifically 2-color control decks, I think a lot of blue decks will want to play it. It's been very good for me. And they conceded. What happens to the one Brainstone? Brainstone is only good in the Bring to Light version, where you want to be able to shuffle your Valkyries back in. We're not doing that in this deck. Yeah, we've got a graphic on the leaderboard. Principe did get a trophy today, and so they are now only 2 behind me. We're still currently ahead, yeah. Sometimes river taps for red, very true. Alright, I hope that Bloodchief's Thirst is good against my opponent. Godless Shrine. Book. Okay, I do think we have a good food matchup. I do think we have a good food matchup, but our hand is probably not that good against them. Oh, the season doesn't end September 8th anymore. We found out yesterday they pushed the season back a week. So now the bet is longer for a week, which is like oh boy. But I'm not feeling great about the fact that they pushed it back a week. What did I eat for breakfast? I didn't have breakfast. I stayed up late last night watching Hob again, and it's really devastating. He last night and I'm gonna put Lurrus in my hand this turn. Last night and the night before, he's been trying to no-hit Majora's Mask, and he got hit on the last boss last night and the night before. It was just devastating. I stayed up late watching him, and then I woke up late too. Esther also had a 6 a.m. shift, so like I woke up when she woke up for that, and then Athena also needed to go outside at like twice in the middle of the night. We just switched her dog foods, and she's like pooping more often. I was just up all night basically. So I slept in a little bit later. I slept in past the time that I usually eat breakfast, and just drank a lot of coffee instead. Which is might sound unhealthy, but I checked with my doctor, it's healthy. Reed, thanks for the raid, dude. We got a reader raid. Hope you're having a good day today. We're playing kind of an interesting new deck. We're currently 6-1 with it, with our first draft. The idea is we're playing Thing in the Ice and Dress Down in a Dimir control deck with Lurrus, and you can go end of turn, Dress Down, untap Thing in the Ice, and they'll have no counters on it. And then also Dress Down is just pretty good against, you know, all the Urza sagas of the format, elementals, a few other decks. I hope they don't have Persist in their hands. It'd be a hard card to beat here. How far am I willing to go in the trophy race? Should I start playing decks I don't enjoy as much? I mean, I don't think I'll have to do that. I feel like I've got plenty of like deck lists that I've been working on that are winning. Wait, where's their mana? They didn't float a mana? That's got to be good for us. This card's Sarah's Emissary. Oh, they have another Asmo though. Okay. I mean, this is fine. This is like, my opponent only is stuck on one land. We have another Bloodchief's Thirst. This is fine. Oh, they did that in upkeep? Yeah, I feel like I've seen some people make that mistake. We also get to gain 6 life, which is something we missed yesterday. Okay, that should almost lock this game up. This is something we missed yesterday. That Asmo makes Lurrus gain 6 life because it deals 6 damage to itself. Lurrus has lifelink, of course. I don't think we need to counter cookbook number 3. I'm gonna Thought Scour myself. Might be nice to find Into the Story to snap back next turn. We found 2 Drown in the Lochs, which, you know, I'd rather those be in my hands than these lands, huh? Wouldn't push be better to say the Thirst for Persistent creature? Maybe. Like, the instant speed on push I think is pretty nice. Steal a cookbook, get Lurrus back. I like the play. No rush on it, I think. Yeah, the streamer who's no-hitting Majora's Mask is the_happy_hob. He's I think my favorite streamer on Twitch. I have a lot of people I like, so I shouldn't play favorites, but he's really entertaining, really talented, really hardworking, and he's been getting to like the end of the game really consistently. It's just a really hard run because there's a lot of RNG at the end of it. All right, I don't want to Lurrus to top out of counter magic and lose to persist, so I'm just gonna hold up my counter magic. I got a deck tech for a minimum. Just so you know that the deck techs are $10 now. I'll give you this one for 5. We had someone donate 15 earlier, so we'll just, you know, say that they're paying for the rest of yours. But just going forward, they're $10 now. You even stream anymore, Tannen? I don't think I've seen you live in like ever. Maybe once or twice. Need to post in chat, yeah. Oh, the link too, but you should also give Hop a follow. This is some value right here. Fatal Push, I'll shuffle that. Oh. Did we get the link for the deck tech in the chat? I didn't see it. You can post it again if I missed it, please. I'm gonna snap Thought Scour them, get a little bit more info what's going on. Put them on a 2-turn clock with a counterspell up. Oh. Probably still Bauble. Card just down, sure. Blue-White Saga. So first thing, unfortunately, I'm of the opinion that Saga plus Charm has some tension. It's maybe doable. I see that you have Springleaf Drum. They definitely don't play the Plains if you're gonna play Charm. But like it's probably likely that you're just gonna end up not wanting to play Archmage's Charm in a deck like this. In fact, I kind of feel like this deck should be playing Thought Monitor, just like straight up. No Thought Monitor, no Teferi Hero. And maybe if you feel like you need more interaction, you should. Oh yeah. I would just get the Teferis, the Charms, play 4 Thought Monitor, the 4th copy of Portable Hole. I would not main deck Hope of Gyapur. Sideboard, if anything, it's probably not making the cut. I feel like, is this sideboard, if I can't really tell exactly what's main deck sideboard here, but I think this should be Soul Guide Lantern in the main. Maybe you can play this in the sideboard too. I would main deck an Aether Spell Bomb. And then I feel like you probably would want Hurkyl's Recall in the sideboard for artifact mirrors. Alright, so let me just sideboard real quick. I'm going to bring in these Flusterstorms. I'm going to bring the 4th Dress down. Thoughtseize is probably great against them. Explosives is also like maybe overkill, to be honest. We cut the Bloodchief's Thirst, I think. I guess they can theoretically deal with like... Yeah, I guess I'll keep the Thirst. They can theoretically deal with a big reanimated creature. We can cut a Thing in the Ice. Oh, we want to cut the Thought Scours too. They should fill up their graveyard pretty quick. And I guess that's how we make room for the explosives. Did I mean to register Thing in the Ice? Yeah, it's very, very good with Dress Down. We're currently 7-1 on the day. Yeah, so cut the plains. Maybe for just the 7th, probably just for the 7th fetch land. You could maybe play like 1 or 2 charms, but I like cutting the Teferis and 2 charms for Thought Monitor. The Hope of Geopier for Portable Hole. Maybe just play 2 charms. That kind of sounds good. Main deck Soul Guide Lantern over Spellbomb. I guess maybe Soul Guide Lantern over Tormod's Crypt. Probably main deck the Spellbomb. I like Detention Sphere in the sideboard. I feel like it's a little underplayed actually. Pretty good against Saga tokens, especially if you can bounce it. I want to see like 3 Teferis in the sideboard. Probably like Flusterstorm in the sideboard for Cascade decks. Maybe Chalice and 0-2. Yeah, we can keep this against Reanimator. Blue-black food Reanimator. Thanks people for being on top of the DD command. I think this has been pretty good. It's been pretty strong with Dress Down. It's not like a combo that just wins the game by itself or anything, but I've liked it so far. Let me Bauble them. I'm a bit scared of playing the explosives on 1. They have an Urza Saga. Okay, I guess we're gonna try to set up for explosives on 0, which can kill the Saga tokens and Asmo. My thoughts on Dak and Esper Reanimator. I think it's probably fine. I haven't tried it out. I honestly feel like I need to figure out like maybe the Drowns are still good enough to main deck without enablers, but that's really like the tension I've been feeling with that deck is I'm not convinced that I'm not convinced anymore that Drown is good in the main deck without enablers because curves of decks are raising, like, you know, E-Tron's kind of becoming popular again, 4-color control, elementals, and all of these decks, like main deck Drown is pretty bad against without any enablers for them. So I either need to figure out a way in that deck to enable Drown or figure out a different plan. I'm leaning towards a different plan. You could maybe be more in on the Reanimator plan and side harder into control post board. That could absolutely be, you know, the way. Over 9,000. Thanks for your 8-month resub. Appreciate ya. I found out I opened a foil Dress Down. Awesome, dude. Am I pumped to play 4 Thought Scour, 4 Surveil, 4 Opt? I don't know if I'd say pumped, but I definitely will. I'll definitely do that. So here, it's, you know, this is always a little bit of a dance between engineered explosives and the Urza Saga Chapter 3, where if they have a Pithing Needle in their deck, they can needle the explosives if this ability resolves. But they have to they kind of like that means that they can't tap their Saga for mana usually if they want to get that. So it's like here's the dance, right? If they tap their Saga for a mana, we just crack explosives in response, and then their needle isn't very good, but they can get something else. If they just pass here, I can sack explosives, and then they can make a Saga token. But that ends up using their whole turn as well. Or they just tap their so that ends up being the 2 lines. They if they pass without tapping it, I end up sacking the explosives, and I guess if they end up, you know, they basically will never make a construct token into the explosives, I suppose. It's kind of a weird Weird little dance. And you need to be mindful that you can't let this ability resolve if you have explosives in play. They brought a Nile Spellbomb. I'm really not that worried about them exiling my graveyard. I'm more so worried about them exiling theirs. Okay, so now they have enough mana if they can discard a big creature. Storm count's not high enough to Flusterstorm. Also can't Flusterstorm this. So, I mean, I guess I could have Flusterstormed the Brutality, and then that stops them from going discard plus persist. But we know one of their three cards is Daredevil at this point. So exactly their 2 cards has to be Reanimate target, persist. So we could probably just, you know, not play around it. Yeah, that's true. They can also grab Welding Jar. That's true. Exile my graveyard immediately. What's the deck that wants to run full place of op? Consider Thought Scour. I mean, Arc-like Phoenix Stimulich deck, but I don't think any deck's playing 21 mana cantrips and winning games of Magic. Kind of soft to a second Saga, I guess. Instead of playing cantrips in my deck, I would usually just prefer to draw perfectly. Tends to be a better strategy. What was the reason we let them untap and trigger Saga? We could. Is there any way that we could have prevented that? I think Flusterstorming this plays pretty well around Burial Rites in general being in their hand. Because Explosives doesn't kill Urza Saga, if that's like what you're thinking. Saga's not is a land, and Explosive says non-land. Is thinking that I stressed out a reasonable Sideboard Juke for Blueback Reanimator. Well, this plan is a lot worse if you're Lurrus here. This plan that we're deploying is a lot worse if you are not playing Lurrus and Reanimator can't play Lurrus. Although I guess you could have it in your sideboard. Yeah, opponent's playing Reanimator Asmo. I know Doomwake was playing their deck a little bit a while ago. It's a cool idea. They do have another Saga. We have a lot of answers. We have 4 just down, 2 more explosives. We can also just kill both of their tokens. You discard Archon of Cruelty. Past Asmo. Okay, we know that. Oh no, they. Is this bait? I have to counter this. If their last card is Persist, like, good for them. We can still kill the Archon. Yeah, good for them. They drew another Saga off the Archon. Okay, we might lose this game. Definitely in the danger zone, huh? I guess my opponent's gonna get Nile Spellbomb. Oh no, they already got one. Probably don't have 2, right? They might have 2. Got another cookbook. Weird. They might just be out of targets. So I can go Snap, Drown, block Daredevil, kill the constructs. That's good if I draw into the story. Kind of like not great if I draw just down, but it gets us like somewhat stable on board. And then, you know, I've got a decent amount of top decks that can have me start to pull ahead here. I can even draw Charm and like steal Cookbook and get Lurrus back. Explosives is also like fine. Yeah, definitely good to know that they don't have Needle. Oh, they have a land, so now we do need to definitely draw an answer right now. Somebody coded the leaderboard thing. I'm not sure exactly how it works. They like told it to me, but it all went a little over my head. I'm just a dumb streamer. And Dress Down would be so sick here. It was Quinn who coded the leaderboard thing, just a fellow chatter, you know. The struggle continues. Speaking of the struggle continuing, Berserk fans may not have heard, but there's going to be at least one more Berserk chapter that Kentaro worked on before he died. At least one more chapter. They haven't announced if like the assistants are going to continue, but it was like I found out yesterday, and I found it out yesterday. It's going to be at least 364. Apparently, from what I've heard, like it's been like ready to go for a while, but they wanted to wait a little while to be respectful for the creator's passing. Yeah. They're also a Stoneforge Mystic deck? They're also a Stoneforge Mystic deck. Awesome. How do you fit all that stuff in there, man? I mean, 1 is not 0, so we can go to 1. Run a deal with Saga tokens. I mean, yeah, but it's also like we have 4 Dress Down, 3 explosives, or 2 explosives that are like would have been much better draws. Underworld Cookbook returns to hand, not to play. It's a transformative sideboard. I believe that. Yeah, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Must be nice. That's the 4th one. Alright, game 3. I think going +1 push, -1 storm, seeing the Stoneforge Mystics. Cool list, I like it. Yeah, there is a command. Usually you'll Dress Down on the end of your turn, untap, play Thing in the Ice with no counters. Ever played a Possessed Portal? Cube, yeah. EDH Cube. It's a lot of spot removal for this matchup. Probably can't mulligan though. No turn 1 Asmo. I'm actually kind of disappointed because we have all this removal. No Saga is kind of nice. Yeah. This could have been a Flusterstorm. Could have also not been. We can't guarantee that this would have been the push we drew. There's definitely a big strength to my opponent's deck, is that they have so many different angles of attack. It's really difficult to prepare for all of them. I think cloth this. I'm probably gonna draw 2 end of turn. I don't think I need to push right now. I guess I could just push and then hold up charm for next turn. I've got so many counter spells in my deck. This is like way more mana efficient. We kind of need to draw another counter spell at some point anyways. Okay, Cling to Dust works too. Probably playing this tapped, yeah. I've seen Doom make playlists like my opponent's deck before. Not with the Stoneforges in the side. I'm assuming that these are side. Which I think is pretty good plan. Do I end of turn Cling to Dust? I don't think so. I think I'll wait to respond. The third Fatal Push through all of our spot removal, I guess. I could put Lurrus in my hand here. Correct to do. Not like super likely my opponent's gonna turn on my Into the Story this turn. Definitely possible. They're just passing back. Draw, let's go. I'm not gonna Cling to Dust the Daredevil. Get as many food tokens as they like. Apparently they'd like a bunch. I guess I don't mind cycling just down because I have this Lurrus. I would like to draw a land though. Not a land. What? I meant to play this on one. I guess I'm just gonna sack it now, recur it next turn with Lurrus. Be fine. Am I playing the Honeybird? Yeah, I am. I think I'm playing the Grixis Dress Down Shadow deck, but I'm not sure. Like, I'm probably gonna change my. I anticipate changing my mind at the last second. Is there a blue-red version of this deck worth brewing? I don't think so. Like losing Lurrus like just seems like this whole deck idea doesn't work. Maybe build a blue-white version. But then like your drowns and Into Stories don't work, and both of those cards are real important. Oh my gosh, I didn't let the trigger resolve. We're throwing, man. I'm so sorry, chat. I thought the Dress Down trigger already resolved. Going so badly. I think we're still super ahead. It's just like I've just, misclicked twice in a row now. Am I playing the forward 10k? Probably not. Discard a second Archon. Yeah, throwing for content. I wish. I mean, we're actually still doing fine. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some coffee after this. Like I said, I'm not really at 100% today. I was up real late. Okay, the Dress Down should be able to deal with the Saga tokens or just at explosives. Draw 4. I forgot to Bauble. Need the coffee soon. Yeah, definitely wear your mask at these tournaments. I mean, I don't think that was what the complaint was about exactly, maybe. But definitely wear your mask at the Honeybird. A lot of people are going to be looking to, like, this event, like, see if, like, Magic players are going to be responsible. And if they just aren't, then it's going to be no more Magic tournaments for a long time. You can definitely do your part this weekend if you're going to the Honeybird. I want to use a Flusterstorm here. I know we could use that or Cling, but I want to use one of these two. Yeah, just got to be responsible. I know it sucks. I know nobody loves wearing masks, but gotta do what you gotta do. I guess my opponent getting a Spell Bomb here is kind of obnoxious. Harp, 5 months. Thanks for your 5 gifted subs. Dude, I'm really getting hazy here. Thank you. Give me enough energy to get through this match, to get some coffee. So I guess I have a have Address Down in my hand to loop. So I think I'll just play EE on 1 here. Yeah, so if they spellbomb this Dress Down, then we get we just have another one. Texas doesn't allow for mandatory masking. If you're running a tournament, you can mandatory mask, I think. It's in the rules on the page that you have to wear mask when you're playing. And you know, also fuck Greg Abbott. That guy's a goblin. Man, his like during the snowstorm, it was just such a nightmare. He's like, well, after this is over, we'll definitely investigate our power grid. I guarantee it. Never did anything. I promise we'll investigate our power thing, and we're not gonna like change anything. But you rest assured that we won't have power outages in the summer, and then we just definitely do. Nothing ever changes. Wolvers, thank you for your subscription. Appreciate you. Yeah, we just gotta wait for it all to blow over. Mm-hmm. Maybe we should have counted that. Why didn't clean to this Oval Chase? They had another Oval Chase in the graveyard. They also have Archon of Cruelty and Burial Rites. Like they're just gonna be able to get the Oval Chases going. But they're like slow and clunky, and we could just kind of like get around them with this. Sting in the Ice is really good against Daredevil too. Alright, they're dead next turn. I'm gonna get some coffee. We're gonna, you know. Greg Abbott, if you're in the chat, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're just such a shitty governor. We'll focus up. We'll get back to the gameplay. What are my thoughts on Team Rhinos? I like the deck. I think it's one of the best decks of the format. Finding the best build is like really difficult. Finding the best build is really difficult. But I do think it is one of the best decks for sure. Where's the Burial Rites? I know it's in there. I want to get the Storm up count by 1 so I can Flusterstorm the Brutality. No, Principe got a trophy today, Fran. Yeah, he got a trophy like an hour ago, 2 hours ago. I kind of feel like he's taking the training weights off, you know? I feel like he's taking the training weights off and he's gonna just smoke us. Yeah, it had been like a week, but I kind of feel like he's just chilling, you know? I guess I could have clinked to dust there. Whatever. Long match, but we're 3-0. We might get our trophy 21 and like get that 3 trophy lead back. I'm gonna get some coffee though and try to focus up a little bit. What a mold to 5. Have the combo. I played Principe pretty early into MH2 dropping, but it's been a long time. They were playing Titan at the time. What is EV? Estimated value, right? So that's a term you're going to see a lot in Magic players talk about when like determining what to play. It's like how good value it is to play in tournaments, or like what records, what your value is still playing at a given record. Expected value, not estimated value. Oh, I thought it was estimated. I mean, isn't it just like really exactly the same thing? There's not really much difference, I feel. I haven't drawn a land yet. Okay, there we go. What's Principe's Twitter handle? Yeah, it's just Y. It's just exactly their username. If you type it in, you can find it. Just Y Principe. A good follow on Twitter too. Like they're really, really dedicated Magic player. They really, really love it. Same thing as Financer. Good to know. I wasn't aware. That's good to know. Maybe we're playing against their Jun Coco deck. It's kind of what this looks like. It is. This is Principe's deck. Where you can Fatal Push even without Revolt. Yeah, this has been pretty good so far. So it would be way better if it just flipped immediately by itself, but it's been pretty good so far. All right, so actually, I guess we're gonna go to Principe's Twitter right now just to get a refresher on the deck list. So the last time they posted about this deck, this is what it looked like. The endurances are pretty scary. Kitchen Finks in the sideboard is kind of funny. Grist is also pretty terrifying. Dress Down's good against Endurance. It's good against It's really good against Skelemental. Holy crap. I mean, it just feels like every single day we learn about a new card that Dress Down just wrecks. Skyshot's really good against the Ragavan Darcy Skelemental deck. I think I'm going to cut the Thought Scours because they're also playing Kroxa. Kroxa's like the hardest card in the format for us to beat. They're also like pretty heavily congested at 3, so shout out to the person who wanted me to play the Zagoth Triumph for explosives. I guess it's good in this matchup, huh? I think this is my sideboard plan. I could play like one Flusterstorm for Coco, but I think it's not that good. So if you dress down the Skelemental, it loses haste. They pass the turn to you, the dress down dies, and then the Skelemental is sacked on your turn when it can't attack. I'd have to keep this against the Ragavan Hierarch deck. I mean, this hand's good. Yeah, dress down does shut off the Kroxa death. We were playing that in Grixis dress down Shadow deck a bunch earlier this week. Might play some more of that deck tomorrow. Maybe we'll play a non-dress down deck, though. Okay, so multiple decks to make one deck competitive. It's kind of up to you. It's really hard for me to like give too much direction with what people are going to do with their collections because everybody has different interests, you know, different values. And so you just have to figure that out yourself, what your values are, what you're prioritizing. The old basic forest lightning skelemental deck. If you don't have Rin and 6, I probably wouldn't recommend the Jun list. I would just recommend playing the Rakdos variant that I've been playing instead. What do you think about the Orzhov artifacts deck Rita highlighted? I like that deck a lot. I think it's pretty cool and good. Also, I'm supposed to draw 2 instead of countering that. Not really sure. Can you play the Rakdos deck without the legendary lands? Yeah, you absolutely can. You can play Castle Locthwain or the D&D man lands in those spots very easily. How are they playing Magus of the Moon? That's probably fine. Just seems a bit weird. Alright, Snapcaster, we're putting you in the ring, huh? Gotta fight for you. You versus Magus of the Moon. Come on. Come on. I cited out my Thought Scours. Maybe I should have waited to draw Dress Down to cast this. I don't know. Oh, dude, Dress Down turns off Magus. No, wait, it doesn't. I don't know, I guess we're dead. Maybe not, I don't know. You've got islands in the deck. Don't have swamps though. Is there a reason I'm not playing Swamp? Yeah, I'm playing Archmage Charm Counterspell. Basic Swamp's kind of bad with those cards. Please, opponent, please. Can you not play around my Snapcaster? Spreading Seas is a fine replacement for Alpine Moon and Sideboard and just get Murktide. It's way better if you're a Lurrus deck, but it's fine. Well, last time my opponent attacked when I had tapped my island to cast the thing in the ice. Game 3. I was playing Swamp Sunken Ruins when I was playing a deck like this with a higher mana curve. I think with 22 lands, Sunken Ruins is like a much higher cost. And the basic Swamp is a higher cost at 22 lands too. You just lose to Blood Moon, guys. It's not that big a deal. You ever lost to Blood Moon before? You can also just have your black cards cut off too. That could be fine. Like this hand's not really soft to Blood Moon. I do not get why thing enters a 7 with Dress on board. It does not. It just enters with 0 counters, and then the next time you cast a spell, it flips. There's a Delta on the top of our library. I think I'll just go ahead and keep it, and then this way I can play around Magus or as well as I can with this deck by just getting 3 islands. Then this can be my black source. Love seeing an Overgrown Tomb there. Let's get the tapped Watery Grave and then get an island with this Delta probably. My opponent plays Kroxa. What are we discarding? Probably should be an island, unfortunately. Really slow hand that they kept. It's probably quite strong though. They did reprint Force of Negation in Image 2, but only like in the old border. I don't think they did Ren. No, Torpor Orb doesn't stop thing in the ice from entering with counters because it's not a triggered ability. It's a as it enters ability. Main phase Endurance. I don't care about this. Why are they main phasing this? Ren was printed in the list. What's the list? I've seen that on like TCG Player before. Back before Channel Fireball, I've seen it on Player. But yeah, what is the list? I've seen like that on like listings. I don't know what that is. It's in set booster packs. Interesting. Hi, Athena. Oh, Athena woke up. Okay, hello. He's so moody sometimes. I need to take her outside. Actually, if we win this match, it's gonna be like a perfect time. Just like while we get the prediction going for the 5-0. Yeah, she's a good girl. Opponent has Coco. Untap. They have Coco, they're not committing it here. Yeah, awkward they don't have double black. Might have to take Athena outside real quick. Athena, can you please wait like 2 seconds? Please. Please, Athena. Maybe I'll go end of turn, dress down, but then my Snapcaster is turned off. And the thing in the ice is turned off. Yeah, let's just draw. I think I still am passing here. It's just like way better for like the tempo of the stream if I can finish this match first, I think. Yeah, I know I can dress down the Skelemental, but I think it's just better to bounce first. Still no 5th land. Might not be necessary. I don't understand all these main phase endurances. They're shuffling all my non-lands back into my deck. Maybe that's their scheme here. Okay. I think I'm just going to discard here. Let's discard Into the Story, Snapcaster. They're gonna die so quickly to the thing on the ice. So I want to make sure that I don't get double spelled here. Play around Counterspell. I mean, I feel like I'm just not countering their endurance ever in this kind of spot. We know that they have a Skelemental, which Dress Down is very good against here. Dress Down also very good against Ragavan. Alright, so let's go just Dress Down, turn off the Ragavan haste. Endurance does shuffle, yeah. There's no reason for you to let you choose. Well, they should bait my Counterspell with the Endurance, end of turn. Attacks my mana. I think it's like good for them if I counter the Endurance, right? Alright, so I'm gonna need to play around Coco by not tapping out of Counterspell here for the push. And then I think I let them chump block this turn. Spyro on top. They shuffle. Sorry, Tina, I thought this game was gonna be quicker. I think you should upkeep to keep push for their turn. I need to tap River of Tears on my turn. I'm just downing again. Maybe that's not great because we know they have the Skelly. And a Skelemental mystery card. Hate to say it, but Clothis doesn't do that much here. It's gonna flash in the Snapcaster, kill this with Counterspell up. Wait until they attack. If I don't think I'll let them attack so we just like the Ragavan trigger doesn't do anything. Yeah, maybe that's better. They can't chump block. Yeah, that was probably better to take the 2. Okay, so thank you for your patience, everybody. I'm gonna get a 5-minute channel point prediction for Trophy 21 while I take Athena outside. We just switched her dog food and she's, you know, pooping more, so we might have to switch back. Doesn't seem like she's necessarily not adjusting well to it. Okay, be right back. Yeah. No, Athena like is very. She's very she communicates really hard. She'll like stare at you, and she has a lot of body language, and she really does just like wants to make sure you understand what she wants or what she's saying to you. I like a lot of Huskies are like that. Well, they really try to talk to you. And I'm pretty good at like understanding what she's saying most of the time too. My opponent's mulling to 5. And have Husky. Yeah. Athena has some. Her papers say that she has some like wolf in her genealogy, but I kind of think she looks more like a German Shepherd to me. I think I'd probably want to cling to dust my own Tarn here, so you can go get Watery Grave, then play Hall, then play Shores. Yeah, we could be playing against Elementals, yeah. Which should be a fine matchup. Yeah, of course most Huskies have it, like, yeah, for sure. Oh, it could be Rhinos, yeah, so maybe I need to... It is Rhinos. Oh no, they're gonna ice me. Maybe I should have actually played Shores here so I could go like push a Rhino, then snap push a Rhino. But I kind of want to go like thing in the ice plus push instead. Oh, dude. Hell yeah. Go end of turn, dress down, do the thing in the ice thing. Oh, I didn't think my opponent was gonna force. I mean, I can't fight over it anyways. That's totally fine with me. Another Bauble on top. Let's go ahead and shuffle that. Kind of a weird choice, I guess, between... Yeah, I think I'm just taking 4. It's like pretty bad against Borrower. I don't know, I take 2 and then they still get the Bone Crusher in their hand. I'm tapping the Triome. They have Force? Oh my gosh, opponent, come on. Come on. Think, opponent, think! Well, that was a freebie. The drown wasn't even resolving anyways. No, opponent's not playing Bolt, they're playing Temur Rhinos. So refund? Doubters, you have to pick better champions. I can't just refund your points every single time. Pick better champions. How do you pay for the 5-0 matches? How much do you pay? Oh, not enough, I think. My opponent's not doing a good job selling it. Not enough. We also have a ton of sideboard cards for this matchup. We'll play 1 Thoughtseize, 2 dress down. Cling seems useless. I mean, Cling is like very rarely bad. It's like it doesn't exile anything relevant, but it's like going to be like a 1-mana cycler that also has card advantage. The first copy is usually good. I think I'm going to keep it. We have a lot of sideboard cards for this matchup, and so like we're very likely to win a sideboard game here. Obviously not 100% though. Obviously not 100%. You not cut your baubles and bring a Chalice plan 0? No. If you have both of those in your opening hand, just play your baubles first, and then like the Chalice is like really impactful against them. You could maybe trim 1, but I also only have 1 Chalice in this build. Since close, we have Flusterstorm. Not digging Thirst. I cut the Thirsts. Yeah, Thirst is bad against them. I can keep this one. Put back the dress down, I guess. Is Flusterstorm that much better than Spell Pierce? Yes, yes it is. It's really good against Rhinos, where it's like one of the main ways you lose this matchup is they go into upkeep Violent Outburst before you can get like, or only have Counterspell up and they have Force of Negation, and they really get you a lot of the time with that. Let's see. They have Steam Vince on top. I'm gonna go play the Chalice here. I'm fine with them forcing this because I now have the explosives. I don't want to play out both at the same time because of Force of Vigor, and then it's also true if they kill this Chalice, then I could just play the explosives for 0 after. It's also true Flusterstorm like is way better at countering the Cascade spells in general. Yeah, Flusterstorm is really, really important against the Cascade decks. Because like they just beat you so often with their own counterspells. And then play was the Bauble first and cling your own Bauble. Now they have one less card in the yard for the Drowns. Well, Drown counters their Footfalls. I think like Drown is like usually pretty alive. I think it's fine. It's getting so many gifted subs lately. It's crazy. Thank you for the 5-pack Coob. It's really nice of you. I kind of want to save this push for the Borrower. Might be hard to get Revolt for it though. I guess I could push the Shardless Agent then drown the Borrower, but let's just draw 2. Remember, River of Tears doesn't tap for black if you fetch, unless then everyone has to learn once. No. Oh, man. Uh-oh. All I can say is uh-oh. I can't play the Bauble for Revolt because of the Chalice. We do get to counter this. I guess I could have played EE on 1. It's kind of bad though. Yeah, I can't EE on 3. No, I think we're gonna be okay. Maybe we're not gonna be okay. Teamer Dido, thank you for your 3-month resubs. Nice of you as well. So I can go. Yeah, if River of Tears could add Coalesce, then we probably blow up our own Chalice here. So I guess I'm gonna Explosives on 1. Pop Explosives and push the Bone Crusher. It's just too much damage to not kill this turn. I think this scenario is like way too corner case to want to play Filter Lands in the deck. Okay, that's a great draw. Yeah, EE on 3 would have been easy mode there, but we just don't have the other color. I think it's just like too corner case. I can't EE on 3. I don't have 3 colors of mana. I think that the playing an off-color land, a shock land or a triome, that is going to hurt you more than like being able to EE on 3. I could be wrong about that, but that's just my take. That's my take. I think being able to cycle land is worth it. You don't cycle triomes very often in Modern, and like the downside, like playing a tap land has a huge cost, especially when we're already playing fast lands, and the Den of the Hall of the Storm Giants. That card is also like a card that like makes playing more tap lands in your deck worse. I'm actually pretty content with this. I guess maybe not if they have Violent Uppers, but we can just steal a Rhino, I guess. Yeah, I can just steal a Rhino. Not a hard game. Damnation on top. Probably not too bad to draw. The possible there's a better option than E in 2 colors. I mean, E is super important against Hammer Time and food decks. There's nothing better, I think. It's also very good against Rhinos, too. Yeah, I think chat's just a little too focused on like this particular spot. Just like a really corner case situation. And it's like you don't even have engineered explosives in your deck in most games. And if you're playing an off-color dual land, like you have that land in your deck every single game, and it's just gonna hurt you like more often than you might expect. We can Lurrus with double Counterspell up. I think I feel comfy enough for this. I'm playing Chalice on 0 here, right? Yeah, River of Tears is a little annoying to play with. I think of it as an island that is like with a small upside of sometimes being able to cast black spells, but like since you're going to be casting your blue spells on your opponent's turn almost all the time, this is almost like a strictly better basic island as long as you don't mess up with it. Subtlety. That card's good. Oh, that's true. They've already used 3 footfalls. And we just have like, we have a lot of answers. Okay, never mind. My opponent thought about that subtlety for like a long time. They definitely have another spell in their hand, right? They do. Is Violent Outburst? Let's see what their top card is. Oh no, sorry, this was wrong. This is getting cascaded over, whatever. This is their last Rhinos, you counterspell it. I don't have Unearth in this build, no. We should be fine. They can't really draw that much here. This is fine. I'll go to 1. That was definitely their best draw. But it's still just not enough. We just have push, snap, push. And we get to gain life with the Lurrus. Now that we drew the Bauble, we can Snapcaster from the graveyard. Opponent's drawing a Disputes. Good card to know about. Alright, shout out to the believers. I think we got trophy 21. We've got one. I got 2 on Sunday, then 1 Monday, 1 Tuesday, and 1 today. So 1 so far today. We're 9-1 on the day after losing match 1 against Bring to Light. Let's go, dude. Ooh, nice nice Misty Rainforest. Up to trophy 21. Let's go. We're killing it. I did really not. We have a lot of time left in the trophy race. They even extended it a week. But I did not expect it to be going this well for this long. We also got really